approcher, la lumière est mon sauveur. Je ne crains rien. Il est mon rempart et mon ferme soutien. De qui pourrais-je avoir peur?
Shalom. Today is our Bible Nugget number 65, and it comes from Job chapter 8, verses 2 and 3. It is written, "How long wilt thou speak these things? And how long shall the words of thy mouth be like a strong wind? Do God pervert judgment, or does the Almighty pervert justice?" Bildad starts his unsympathetic speech. In his strategy, what he wants to do is to overwhelm the audacity and presumption that he saw in Job when Job was talking. And that's the reason why he will have now to use maxims and metaphors from the wisdom belonging to the place where he comes from. In doing so, in the first verse, he starts saying, the second verse, "How long will thou speak these things?" Kind of neglecting, kind of not having some consideration on all what Job said. But more importantly, verse 3, where he asks this question, does God pervert judgment? He has an understanding of judgment. Does the Almighty pervert justice? He has an understanding of justice. He is actually betraying the wisdom that was at the back of his mind, and that wisdom was shared by majority of people in the time of Job. What was it about? Their belief was to say that God gives misery, misfortune exclusively to the wicked, and God gives happiness and good things exclusively to the righteous. In other words, since Job received evil things, misfortune, it is a clear evidence that he is wicked. God cannot pervert justice, pervert judgment. That is what Bildad is saying, that no, God is so just and right in apportioning, in, rewarding. God cannot make a mistake. It cannot happen that the wicked person will receive the portion of the just, and that the just will receive the portion of the wicked. No, God does not pervert judgment. He does not pervert justice. Just like Bildad, there are still many people nowadays who think that sickness is exclusively a punishment coming from God. In other words, for them, when somebody suffers, when somebody is sick, is only because of punishment coming from God, based on the sin of the person. Whereas we have an interesting promise word in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 53, where it is said, "For this corruptible body must put on incorruption." Meaning that Even if somebody does not sin, the mere fact that our flesh and body is corruptible, we are subject to sickness. We are subject to disease. And so, don't bother yourself so much thinking that it is necessarily because of your sin that God is punishing you through this disease at all. We expect the resurrection event. That's when we will have those bodies that are uncorruptible. Let's close with these words of prayer. We thank you, Lord, because we believe that you desire to use us to bring comfort to the sick people around us. You yourself help us in learning. Fill our hearts with love and give us a willing mind and a receptive heart. Lead us by the hand and use us as your powerful instruments. Let the results be to the glory of your name. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Âme espère en l'Éternel, mon âme espère en l'Éternel, qu'un chant s'élève au Dieu du ciel, qu'un chant s'élève au Dieu du ciel, mon âme espère en l'Éternel.